everything that an arty, a romantic person can ask for. Dream place to settle down. The look of it. It's a love at first sight experience with a city. Drink with the most sentimental music at a random pub. I just love it. Hi hopers and dreamers, welcome to my channel. I'm Candice. How are you today? In case if you're new here, which I believe most of you guys are this time, I'm a newbie to the YouTube world, and here on my channel I do chit-chats, weekend vlogs, and I also share insights and inspirations from my early career journey. Here I alternate between Chinese and English videos, and you will be able to tell the language of the video by looking at the language of the title. This video is the second one in this channel and the first one in English. Oh, I'm so excited. Today's video is a chit-chat one, so I'm just gonna sit here with this lovely little settings that I just made. I want to share the journey of my life since I moved to the UK. I moved to the UK towards the end of 2017 for study at that time, and then I stayed on for a job, and so far I've lived in the UK for 2.5 years. During these 2.5 years, I've moved 3 times across 4 cities. I feel super lucky that I've done that because I loved every single one of these 4 cities. So, if you're interested in hearing about my little stories or some of my recommended tips about these 4 cities, Oxford, Cardiff, Edinburgh and London, just stay here and hang out with me a bit. Before I start, can I just say how difficult it was for me to try to put these feelings of these 4 amazing cities into a 10-minute video. So I actually wrote down a keyword and a major feeling of me towards these cities, and then I'm just gonna kind of chat about my experience or what do I recommend doing if you are in those cities. And I will also show you some photos or videos if I have any, so you can get a bit of a vibe and maybe see if you can run into the similar scenes if you are in those cities one day. The key word for London is motivation. I feel like London always makes me want to stay busy, but at the same time it also managed to remind me of how many dimensions are there that I should or could look at for my life. So that's how I feel towards London. One of the things I personally really like to do in London is to get lost and just explore an area for no reason, because most of the time you will really find out something that you really like. This is actually one of the most memorable moments I kept, which is a picture I bought the first time I came to London and got lost in this random market on the riverside. And it's only after a few years that I knew who Banksy is. And when I got this picture, it was purely because it was so inspirational, and I've kept "There's always hope" as my motto ever since, hence my channel's name. So the second one is probably a dreamy city, Edinburgh. Keyword I have for Edinburgh is art. I think that's gonna be the most precise word that I can find for Edinburgh. It's such an arty city. It's dreamy, it's bubbly, it's serious, it's mysterious, but also it can be very uplifting, very soothing. And I lived there in the best time of the year, from March to September, so I got to experience the summer there. I got to make the full use of the Fringe Festival, so it was just everything that I could have asked for. So my comment to Edinburgh is actually that I cannot think of a second place but Edinburgh, if I'm craving for some nicest drink with the most sentimental music at a random pub. that can drive me away from all the noises. That's it. That's Edinburgh for me. And I really do miss it there. I miss the vibe there, the places there, and the people there I met. It's all wonderful. And the best thing that happened to me when I was in Edinburgh is that I've managed to gather a lot of my good friends to my place to spend the summer. I remember walking around the Chiltern Hill. Sorry, Calton Hill, guys. No idea why I said that wrong. With my best friend Vanessa and Sally. Shout out to you guys if you're watching this video. If you go to Edinburgh, by the way, I've got a little secret place to recommend. It's this gin distillery. I'll have the name here. In the city centre, and they do whiskey barreled gin. So the gin have a bit of a aftertaste of whiskey. So personally, I do love whiskey more than gin, but I don't mind gin as well. And the combination of both is really special, and I've never seen it anywhere else. So something for you to try maybe if you go to Edinburgh. Now, before Edinburgh, I was in Cardiff. The keyword I have for this city is space. Basically, I think Cardiff is just such a spacious city. I do have to admit though, among the 4 cities, I do think Cardiff is the one that I didn't make the most use of in terms of enjoying the city. But I do think the fact that I didn't explore the city super in depth actually enabled me to explore myself a lot. I had a lot of quality times with myself there, and I thought about lots of things, and it was a very beneficial period of time. And I definitely would go back to visit, and I definitely think I still enjoy the time I stayed there. Maybe a tip I've got for you is Cardiff Castle and the gardens around it is definitely not to be missed. And the gardens are all free, whereas the Cardiff Castle place need a ticket. But you can bring the utility bill that shows that you are living here to the castle ticket office, and you can get a castle key. I think it was £10 or something, and then you can enter the castle for free, I think for about 3 years. Actually, let me show you the key. Me looking for the key for you guys. It actually has a key on it. I think it's valid for 3 years. Yes, valid for 3 years. You can always enter there for free, and you can take, I think, up to 2 friends and go with a discount. So it's really handy. And also, if you're just visiting, try to see if you've got a friend there who have a key and can bring you in the castle. So lastly, we're coming to the city that I lived for a year when I first came to the UK, and I also lived for a month a year before I officially moved to the UK, Oxford. This video from now on is going to be totally biased. Most of you guys know me already, and you will know how much I just love the city. It's the city I wish that I can have the luck to settle down into in the future. The key word for Oxford is magic. I think it's very magical about the fact that I just fell in love with the city the first time I visited, just by the look of it. It's a love at first sight experience with the city, and I just cannot describe how much I love the city. And it recharges me and re-energizes me better than anything anywhere else. So if you're ever planning to stay a while in Oxford, my top tip would be really embrace the city and really make the most out of your time there by opening up yourself, by saying what you want to say, doing what you want to do, knowing what you want to know, and hearing what you want to hear. If you're a student there, obviously do go to as many events as you want, of course the ones you like, and make wonderful friends, have wonderful conversations, express yourself, listening to other people. Just really take the time to appreciate how much is out there to know about, and how much is also inside from yourself that you want to express and you want to almost address. And if you're going to visit Oxford one day, even for just a short period of time, I actually wrote down a list of must-dos in Oxford, because I had so many friends visiting who asked me for advices. And if you need that, do comment and I can share the copy with you. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed these little sharings, and if you have some good memories in any cities anywhere in the world, do let me know in the comment. I would love to hear your story. So that's it for today. I hope some good news is coming to you soon, and do join me next time. Bye.